What's good out there, world? Welcome to this edition of Trademarks What You're Cooking. And today, I'm going to be making for you some pork chops in the air fryer. Now, this is a real easy recipe, not a lot to do. So, let's get to these ingredients for my air fryer pork chops. And the ingredients are as So here are the ingredients I'm going to be using to make my air fryer pork chops, and the ingredients are as follow. So right here I have 2 thin cut center cut pork chops. I'm also going to be using a little salt and pepper. Then I'm going to also make a rub. I'm going to be using 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of steak seasoning, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1.5 teaspoons of this Slap Your Mama Creole seasoning. I'm going to be using some extra virgin olive oil to rub over my pork chops so the seasonings can stick good. And here I'm going to be using my air fryer. So once again, here are the ingredients I'm going to be using to make my air fryer pork chops. Now, let's get to cooking. So first thing I'm going to do is take my pork chops and put it into my bowl. And I'm just going to drizzle a little of this olive oil on. And I'm just going to rub this in. And like I said, this just to make sure the seasoning stick well to it. Now, before I make my rub, I'm going to add some salt and pepper. Normally, I never add the salt and pepper to my rub. If I'm going to use it, I just put it on directly to what I'm cooking. And then I'm also going to add some black pepper. And you can season this to your liking. And I'm going to hit both sides. And I'm going to add a little more salt. So the next thing that we're going to do, so let's get ready to make our rub. So we're just going to set this here in the back and bring on our bowl that we're going to make our rub. So the first thing that I'm going to add to my rub is 1/4 cup of light brown sugar. And then I'm also going to add in 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Also 1 tablespoon of onion powder, and also 1 tablespoon of steak seasoning. So now that we have all our seasonings in the bowl, I'm just going to give this a good mix. And if you find any lumps in it, you can either run it through your sifter or just take the back of your spoon and just smash it down. But we want to make sure that you mix it through. So now we got all our rub mixed together. I'm going to just pour half of it onto the pork chops. I'm just going to work this in first. Add some more. And more than likely, I'm going to save this rub in case I make some more later. So before I put my pork chops inside the air fryer tray, I already preheated my air fryer to 400, and I'm going to let them cook anywhere from 12 to 14 minutes, flipping them halfway through. And it really depends on how thick your pork chop is. So now I'm going to spray my pan down, or my tray down with some of this Crisco pan release, and I'm going to just set my pork chops in and place them in my air fryer and I'll see you at the halfway point. So it's now been 7 minutes, and I'm going to remove the pan from the air fryer, and here you go. They nice and they golden brown and they're not dry. And I'm going to flip this, but still let you see. And I'm going to just flip this over to the other side. And here is that second one. And I'm just going to, like I said, these was in for 7 minutes. I'm going to let these cook for another 5 minutes, and I'll see you then. So now I'm finished cooking my pork chops, and I cooked it for 13 minutes in all. But like I said, it really depends on the size and the thickness of your pork chop. But let's take a look at it. They are nice and juicy, and let me plate these for you so you can get a better look. Now let me get these bad boys on a plate, and as you can see, they are juicy, they aren't dry, and they are golden brown, and they are well done. Again, I left them in for 13 minutes. If your pork chops are a little thicker, you might want to leave them in there a little longer. But there you go. And here it is.